Hello again, Wired fam. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well this evening. You guys are doing good. What's going on with my phone? My phone's messed up. All right. Hope everybody's doing good. If you don't mind, when you get on tonight, guys, make sure you leave me a comment. Tell me hello. Let me know where you're from. I always like hearing you guys, where we're reaching, where you guys are from. And I always like saying hello back to you guys. So make sure you drop me a hello. We got a couple things to talk about tonight. I'm kind of a little bummed out tonight. Uh, so if I act a little bummed, it's because I am a little bummed. But it's all right. You live to fight another day sometimes, and it's going to be okay. You know what I mean? So maybe you guys can help cheer me up because I'm a little bummed out, but it's all right. We'll make it through, and we're going to talk about it because, like I said, it's a sad day, and I'm upset, and I'm sad, and I'm crying. But we're going to talk about a couple things this evening. Got some new stuff going on the boat, so I'm going to show you guys a little bit some of the new stuff going on the boat. But we'll get into that here in just a little bit. Say some hellos to you guys real quick. Charlie Dudley, what's going on from Jackson, Tennessee? Heidi Clark, hello. Laura, the boys are doing well, Heidi. Thank you for asking. Ashley Coffee, what's going on, Ashley? Jody, hello. Steve Hillard from Central Illinois, hello. Thanks for watching, buddy. Jeff Monroe, hello. Rodney Hudson from Rock Hill, South Carolina. What it is, Rodney, what it is. Todd from Beaver Creek, Ohio. What's going on? Ken, hello. Ken, what's going on, Ken? Ken Bulacek in the house. Sean White, hello from Oklahoma. Joel Nash in the house, guys. What's up, Joel? Chuck Matthews from Texas. What's going on? Rick Martin, hello from Central Illinois. Hi, I'm Tom from Maryville, Tennessee as well. What's going on? Ronnie, hey, Matt, I'm from Cynthia, Kentucky. What's going on, buddy? James Williams, Paul Gwynn, what's going on, Paul? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Max Carney, hello. Ronnie Harris. Whoa, my screen just... Ronnie Harris from Carrollton, Georgia. What's going on, Ronnie? Travis Martin, hello. Ronald Dills, hello. Anthony Seymour, what's up, man? Thanks for being here. Tommy Miller, hello. Eric Lynn, what's going on? Romero Davis, hello. Marshall, Robert, what's going on? So, a couple things real quick, guys. First and foremost, let me talk to you guys a little bit about something special that's coming up with Bonehead Tackle. So, Bonehead Tackle is doing a they contacted me and they asked they do a golden ticket giveaway every year. If you buy from Bonehead Tackle during their golden ticket sweepstakes, kind of like the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory golden ticket, they are placing golden tickets in so many orders during their sweepstakes or their golden ticket giveaway. And one of the golden tickets is actually going to be a guide trip with me. So if you need some Bonehead products, hold off, wait for that golden ticket sweepstakes, and you may win a free guide trip with me because they contacted me, asked if I would donate one for their sweepstakes. I told them absolutely. I'd love to take somebody out for the golden ticket sweepstakes. So if you guys get one of those golden tickets, it might possibly be a trip with me. So that'd be a lot of fun. Okay. The thing that's got me all bummed out tonight, we'll start with the down and then we'll build you up. How's that? So the thing that's got me the most bummed out tonight is one of my favorite lakes to fish and probably one of my best lakes to compete on is Watts Bar. Okay. So I love Watts Bar. I've spent a lot of time on Watts Bar. I know Watts Bar very, very well. And I love to catch fish out of that lake. They're just big fish. They're just a lot of fun to catch. Weighed in multiple 14-plus pound bags on that lake. 7 fish over 14 pounds. I think I've probably weighed, I don't know, in the course of 10-year period, I've weighed in tournaments now. It's just on tournament day. I've weighed probably 6 different bags over 14 pounds, something like that. So, really great lake. I love fishing it. Unfortunately, there's an East Tennessee Crappie Club tournament there this weekend that I will not be participating in. I cannot make it to that tournament because I have, unfortunately, another obligation that I cannot get out of. So I have obligations that I have to be at that day. The times, unfortunately, are conflicting, and I cannot make it to that event. So I'm really upset about it. I want to be there. I want to fish that tournament. It's one of my favorites, one of my best events all year, and I'm a little bummed out that I'm not going to be able to get to fish. But it's the way the cookie crumbles. So sometimes you get to fish them, and sometimes you don't. Now, what really has me bummed out is this is the first East Tennessee Crappie Club tournament that I will miss in 10 years. It's been 10 years, and I have not missed a club event. So, it's got me a little bummed out. I didn't get the full, because I think this is year 10, I think. So, I didn't get the full decade in without missing one. But, hey, I think that's pretty good. Tournament every month. 8-9 months out of the year, and I'm just now missing one. That's pretty good odds. I mean, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good track record, if you will. So, unfortunately, I will not get to fish with those guys. I hate it. I don't want to miss it, but I don't have a choice. So it's got me a little bummed out. But we live to fight another day. We live to fish another day, and that's just the way it is. So. The Crappie Cove ACC tournament, on Watts Bar. If you don't know about it, you need to learn about it, okay? Crappie Cove ACC are putting on, and Frog Togs are putting on a huge event on Watts Bar Lake, April 29th. It's $1,250 an hour, okay? Big fish every hour. You can weigh one fish every hour. You can catch up to 8 fish, obviously, because you weigh one every hour. And if you catch the biggest fish of that hour, you win $1,250, okay? It's just one fish, guys. You only need one, okay? And then the big fish of the day, $2,500 additional dollars for the big fish of the tournament. So that little paint stick right up there, okay? Where's right there. That little paint stick, I was number 11 last year. That little paint stick won me $1,250. Now, the paint stick didn't win it. I went and caught the fish, and you can watch that video. Go back into the history there on my videos, and you will see that Crappie Cove ACC tournament video where we won $1,250 with one fish, one little fish, and we were that close. Well, that's even smaller. That close to winning the entire tournament. So I am going to be able to fish that tournament on Watts Bar. So I will be able to get on Watts Bar. I'm excited about that, but. It's okay. It's all right. It's unfortunate. I hate it, but we're moving on. All right. We're going to move on. We're going to look towards the next one. Next one's the Classic. I will probably be able to fish the Classic. It depends on what lake the Classic gets drawn on, because our Classic tournament, guys, for East Tennessee Crappie Club is actually a blind draw event. So it's actually a blind draw, and we actually draw a lake on Thursday night, and you're not allowed to pre-fish, and then everybody has to show up Saturday to fish, okay? So we put all our lakes in a hat, and we blind draw it. All right, it's a lot of fun. Keeps everybody on their toes and keeps everybody, a little bit off their game, if you will, unless it's their home lake, and then everybody else is, play catch up. But it's a lot of fun, and looking forward to it. Hopefully, I'll get to fish it. I don't even know if I'll get to fish it because there's another scheduling thing that day, but we'll see. We'll see. So, all right, let's talk about some new stuff in the boat. We got some new stuff in the boat, okay? So, if you guys don't know it, right down here on the bottom of your screen, you got discount codes, okay? Those are for you guys to take advantage of. CrappieCove.com, the code's WIRED, 10% off fishing specialties with the code WIRED, and Stowaway Mounts, okay? Stowaway Mounts, which we're going to talk about here in just a second. Stowaway Mounts, 10% off with the code WIRED right there, and then 15% off Bonehead Tackle with the code Crappie2023, okay, guys? Crappie2023. So, one thing I want to show you guys tonight is kind of a new setup that I'm going to be running on my boat. I am going to 2 live scopes on the boat, okay? The reason I'm going to 2 live scopes is because when you have 2 people on board, or you're fishing you got a guide trip, I got a guide trip out there, or I'm fishing a tournament, I have a partner, you can fish different fish or different brush piles because you can actually stand on either side of the deck one guy can look one way, and one guy can look the other way. You can fish two different fish or two different brush piles. Okay. So again, I'm putting 2 live scopes on the boat. I'll show you guys. So I got one pole right here. Okay. One Fishing Specialties pole there. One Fishing Specialties pole right there. And then my graphs. I got 2 12-inch graphs. Okay. I got a 126 on top. And I got a 1222 on the bottom. I got both those on a stowaway mount. I've got the double mount. So we're going to show you guys kind of the double mount tonight. I don't think I can flip my screen around on you guys. No. This is going to get a little difficult. Can't flip the screen around, so we're going to work with it, right? All right, so let me see. Maybe I can just stand you guys up right back here. Come here a minute. Oh, there went my black box. Good thing they're made out of metal. All right. So, get you guys stood up back here where you can see what's going on. All right. So, I've had a lot of questions, okay? Let me get in the screen here. There we go. All right, everybody see me now. I've had a lot of questions about this stowaway mount, guys, and I've had a lot of questions about the double mount for stowaway. So everybody says, how does the double mount work for stowaway mounts? Well, I've actually got one now. I'm running 2 12s on it. It holds them well. I like it. I mean, I do. I'm going to show you guys how it works, okay? Because everybody says, well, if you have 2 mounts on there, how do you lay it down? How's it laid down? I'm going to show you that right now. If you can see, I've got my top unit here. And then my bottom unit is actually up on top now, right? So there's a knob underneath where I can loosen that, okay? I can loosen this knob right down here, and I can actually turn this unit. All right, this unit actually turns. So I've got it up on top right now because I got it laid down. So when I pick it up, okay, reach under here, I pick these units up, I can spin this unit, okay, around to the front. Just like that. Okay? So now I've got both units on the front of my graph. All right? Then when I go to lay back down, all I have to do is spin this around. Okay? Pull the pull cord. Lay her back down. All right? That simple. So the stowaway double mount works flawlessly. I absolutely love it. Another thing that I like about it, okay? Let's say, like I was telling you guys before, okay? Pull you in a little closer. All right, so like I was telling you guys before, you got 2 guys fishing on the front deck. So if you got that graph dead center of the boat, which I do, I have them mounted dead center, okay? And one guy's standing off to this side, one guy's standing off to this side, you're not looking directly at your screen, you're looking at it at an angle. But with the stowaway mount, okay, let me pick these back up. Oh, kicking you guys around. Let me turn around here. There we go. So, with the stowaway, okay, I'm trying to do this. You guys get over here. All right, so with this stowaway mount, guys, you've got these knobs on here that you can loosen, and you can turn these screens in any direction that you want to, okay? So you can turn them over here. If you're standing on this side of the boat, you can turn your graph over here, and you can look at it. The guy on this side of the boat can turn his this way, and he can look at it, all right? So you're constantly able to turn your screens so that you don't have to stare into a glare on your screen. You can flip this way, you can flip yours that way, and you can see, okay, you can see a whole heck of a lot better. All right, so you can turn one way, turn them both this way. If I'm fishing on this side, I can have both of them facing me, or, you know, if I just not using one, I don't want to use it, I can put it over here. You know, whatever I need to do, wherever I need to have these screens, okay, so that I can see, so I don't have glare on them. So I really like it. Of course, there it is, just dead center, both of them in the middle. And then here's that mount. Okay, guys? So there's the mount, the double mount. There's your screw, your thumb screw, to tighten and loosen it. And it goes right on there. There's a little collar underneath it right here that holds it up so it doesn't slide down. So you can loosen this. You can leave it loose. It won't go anywhere. I mean, that collar underneath right here is bolted on, and it holds it. So I can have it as loose as I want, and I can spin this thing around literally wherever I want. Okay. Now, if I'm going to run down the lake, I'm obviously not going to leave it loose. I'm going to tighten it back up. But to be able to have that mobility and be able to move those screens and not have to stare at an angle and have it just facing dead at me is big. Okay. For those of you with live scope, you'll know that's a big deal. Because a lot of times if you just got a fixed mount and you can't rotate it and you step off to one side, okay, you step over here and you're looking at it at an angle, that sun hitting it, you just can't see nothing. You're like, where's my jig? Oh my God, where's my jig? So really cool product. I love it. I mean, I was wondering how I would like it, the double mount anyway, because I like a good clean look. And I was afraid to put 2 units up front because I was afraid to get very cluttered, but it really isn't. Okay. I mean, it's really not that cluttered. So I like it, guys. Gets my thumbs up. Take that for what it's worth, but I like it. And I'm looking forward to getting it on the lake and trying it out, using it. And I will report back once I get it on the lake and let you guys know how I like it. Let's see. What all did I miss? Go back and find where I was at. Eric, what's going on? Marshall, hello. Jimmy Pratt, what's going on, man? Misty Martin, Crappie Cove says good evening all. What's going on, Misty? Mike said, so clickbait. No, I don't do clickbait, buddy. I appreciate the question, but no, I don't do clickbait. I am unfortunately not, I don't know if you heard it earlier, but I'm actually not going to be able to fish in the East Tennessee Crappie Club tournament on Watch Bar. It's got me really bummed out. So unfortunately, that's what it's all about, my friend. That sucks, bro. Sorry to hear that. Hey, bro, I'll take your boat and gear and represent you in the fullest. I hear you, Tommy. I hear you. And my waypoints too, right? Scott, Central Bama with a late start. What's going on? Getting the live scope in the morning, went with the 12-inch screen. You'll be happy you went with the 12-inch screen. There is a, obviously, I always tell everybody, go with the largest screen that you can. The 9-inch screen is plenty. If that's all you can afford is the 9-inch, then it's plenty. But you want to try to go with the biggest screen you can because it's going to make your life easier. Catfish and crappie. My next boat is going to need that mount. Well, it's right down there at the bottom of the screen, stowawaymounts.com. Use that wired discount code, save yourself 10% because it's pretty awesome. I got to admit. And that is the Stowaway XL. I do have some people that message me from time to time, and they say, well, there's 2 of them. There's the regular Stowaway, and then there's an XL. Which one do you get? I like the XL because it gets it up off the deck and gets it right there in your face. The regular Stowaway is great if you're going to mount it up on a shelf. So if you're putting it on the deck of the boat, get the XL. If you're putting it up on beside the trolling motor, then get the standard. But if you're putting it right there on the deck of the boat, get the XL model. Jimmy Pratt, I've been using that double mount for a few months now and love it. I think I'm going to too. I really do. I think I'm going to thoroughly enjoy mine. That's for sure. Todd Pell, when linking 2 Garmin units, can you use one for SI and the other for down eye with the same Okay. Can you use one for side imaging, one for down imaging with the same transducer? Yes. If they're linked together, you can use the same transducer, and you can look at one unit with your side imaging, one unit with your down imaging. 100%. Yes. Have you got to use both units yet? Does the GPS map or the EcoMap unit give the better picture, like the touchscreen or the GPS map buttons better? Very good question. I haven't got, well, I take it back. Yes, I have got to use both units because my partner actually has a GPS map and an EcoMap on his boat. The GPS map is probably hotter, but the EcoMap is probably cleaner. Does that make sense? Because it's not as hot. There's not as much clutter on the EcoMap as there is the GPS map. The GPS map shows a little more, and it's a little hotter screen, it's a little hotter unit, but the EcoMap does clean everything up a lot better. And I think there's a difference in processors too. So the processor in the GPS map doesn't clean out as much. The process in the EcoMap cleans more out, or the processor does. So it's kind of a trade-off. It's what do you like, right? So one of the reasons that I went with the EcoMap is because it's cleaner. Because with my 34 transducer, I don't like how hot my 34 transducer is, and I'm trying to actually calm it down a little bit. And I'm hoping that the EcoMap cleans it a little more for me so I don't have to go adjusting all the time. I'm hoping it'll actually clean up my picture. So my 34 transducer is going on the EcoMap 126 SV. My old 32 transducer is now on my 1222 up front. So I'm running both transducers. I'm going to run both transducers. I am not going to buy another 34 right now. I may buy another 34 in the future. And put up there on that EcoMap, or I'm sorry, back on the 1222. But right now I'm going to run my original 32 transducer, which was one of the earliest models of the 32. I'm going to run it, and I think I'm going to be happy with it because I always loved that transducer for open water fish. It was one of the best transducers for open water fish, and I'm going right back to it. So the 34 is just way too hot for open water fish. I just don't like it for open water. It's not as accurate. It's not as you can't pinpoint those fish as accurately as you can with the 32. The 32 is a lot more accurate because it's not as hot. And so for that reason, I'm going back to the 32 for open water fish. All right. How come I have such a hard time finding crappie? I've driven all over my lake with my Humminbird side imaging Mega and still can't find a school of crappie. I know they're in there, but I can't find them. What lake? What lake are you fishing? Need a little bit of a geographical location there, fireman. Joel Nash, most definitely not as accurate. Yeah, the 34 is not. It's the 34 is, as far as the return is concerned and seeing things, is better than 32. You're going to see better in brush with the 34, but the 34 is so much hotter that if I'm looking right here, I'm actually going to get the same bright return here and here and here and here. Whereas the 32, I'm getting a bright return right here, but right here I'm not. And right here I'm not. I'm getting a dull return. Right here I'm getting a bright. There I'm getting a dull. There I'm getting a dull. Right here I'm bright. Whereas the 34 again is bright, 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 bright. I mean, it's just bright all the time. And for that reason, you can't be as accurate with it. So with that 32, if I'm bright, I know I'm on the fish 100% right on him. And when I make a cast, if I see my jig, I know my jig's right on him. Whereas the 34, I may be 5 feet to the right of him, but I still see him and I still see my jig, and it goes by him and he never turns. And I may think that fish is lethargic and I may move on when it's just the jig didn't get in front of him close enough. Okay. So brush piles, 34 all day long. If I was fishing brush and I'm a brush pile fisherman, 34 all day long, not changing, not wavering. 34, 34, 34. 32 for open water fish. That's my personal opinion. That's what I'm going to run, and that's how I'm going to run it from now for the next however many years I can get out of them. Scott, I turned my base around on my XL stowaway so I could lean it away from me and be a little lower and cast when I'm sitting. This will work to get even lower and manipulate the screen. Good deal. I got you. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if you have to do that, then absolutely. Sand Hollow, Utah. Okay, that's a new one. I hadn't heard that lake, but roger that. What is the average depth in your lake, Fireman? So if I don't know, I'll be honest with you, I don't know a whole lot of lakes in Utah. But if you tell me the average depth, I can point you in a direction. Travis Martin fished today and only caught shiny males. Water temp 62 to 67. Well, let me tell you why you only caught shiny males. I'm going to give away too much information for this week's tournament. But listen, let me tell you why you only caught shiny males. You caught shiny males because the females have already been up there and spawned. The shiny males are still there protecting the fry or eggs. They're fertilizing and then protecting fry. That's what they're there for, protect the beds. There's a lot of fish that spawned on the last full moon. The last full moon had a lot of fish going, and now it's just FYI. So for those of you guys fishing the East Tennessee Crappie Club tournament this weekend, you better prepare. You better get ready because now the fishing's not going. The spawn is petering out. Spawn's petering out in areas. If you're going to win the tournament, you got to go find active spawning fish. You got to go where the fish, and I'm not telling y'all any more than that. That's all I'm giving you. You got to go find the spawners. There's still fish out there that haven't spawned, but most of the spawned fish in areas of the lakes, most of those fish spawned this last full moon. Okay. Go find spawning fish. There's still some fish out there to spawn, but they're only going to be probably in a couple areas, and you got to go find them. Okay. Sand Hollow is a reservoir with sandstone bottom, and a few brush piles and grass, not logs, trees, etc., etc. 35 average, I'd say. Max depth is 75. So that's a lot like our lakes, okay? We kind of set up very similar here in East Tennessee. There's some of our lakes that are probably about that average 35 and that max depth 75. That's pretty close to some of our lakes here. So right now you need to be shallow. You need to find shallow water. I'd say as far as you're in Utah, so your temperatures are probably a little colder than ours right now still. Average temp, you're still probably a little chillier. Not much, but probably a little. Creek channels. Hit those creek channels. Find the creek channels. Find structure in the creek channels. And the last half. Go to the last half of your creeks. The back half of your creeks in the creek channels. Don't be afraid to go shallow. Look in that 10 to 12 foot range in the creek channel. Try to find some structure there. And you should find fish. Do you guys have a high population of crappie there, or is it kind of few and far between? What are you working with over there? Caught 72 crappie in the last 2 days. Fishing Lake Cumberland. Water temp is 60. Fish was in open water about 40 feet off the bank. Awesome. Those are good days. Good evening, Matt from Knoxville. What's going on, Lynn from Knoxville? Water temp 52. Yeah, so you're still cold yet. The black crappie man-made reservoir. If you have black crappie, there'll probably be, I don't know if you have any docks on your lake, but if you have docks on your lake, that's where the black crappie are going to be. If you don't have docks and you got white crappie, then the white crappie are going to be in those creek channels. They're going to be in that creek channel, in that river channel. Good crappie population. It's our main fish for bass to eat. Oh, I got you. Them and bluegill. So, again, structure, especially if they're getting if there's bass eating crappie in your lake, then you need to find structure. You need to find it in the creek channel. Try to find it in that 52, still cold over there. So try to find it in that 15 to 25 feet range in the creek channels. Get right in the middle of them creek channels and those creek arms and find structure in the actual creek channel. Okay. All right, guys, we've been on about 30 minutes, and I'm going to call it for this evening because I've got several boats. Well, first of all, I got to get mine finished up because I still got wires and stuff to run right over yonder. I still got wires to run on mine, and then I've got a customer boat in here that I'm trying to get wrapped up. So we're not going to stay on too long tonight. I just wanted to get on and, honestly, I needed to get on and talk to you guys because I'm a little bummed. Again, I just can't do it this week. I'm just not going to be able to make it to Watts Bar. That's one of my favorite tournaments. So, say a little prayer for me because my heart's a little broken. But it'll mend. Broken hearts mend. That's okay. That's going to definitely take us out of the run-ins for another one of these over here. Another one of these over here, Angler of the Year. That's definitely going to take me out of the run-ins for Angler of the Year this year. Hadn't had the best year this year because I hadn't been able to pre-fish much. Been so busy, but we're definitely kind of in the runnings for it. I think if I could have had two really good tournaments, if I could have won the last two, I probably could have won it, but definitely going to take us out this year. Good luck to everybody at the tournament this weekend. I will miss you guys, but I'll be there in spirit. I'll be thinking about you guys as you guys fish this weekend. And I appreciate everybody for watching. The Crappie Cove ACC tournament has over 50 boats, 50 something, 50 plus boats, 50s, 51, 53, 87. We need about 87. So talk to everybody. Crappie Cove ACC tournament, Watts Bar Lake, April the 29th. $150 entry fee, chance to win $1,250 an hour for one fish. So, if you're interested and you just don't know how to get involved, you can call Crappie Cove. You can enter online, crappiecove.com, or you can contact me and I will hook you up with the right people to get you registered for the tournament. So appreciate you guys as always. God bless. Catch you on the next live on Wednesday night. And if you guys need anything, you can always message me, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. There's about 1,500 different ways to get in touch with me. You can go to my website, wiredforcrappie.com, and you can fill out the contact me there, and that'll get a question to me, just whatever you guys need. So I appreciate you guys as always. Thank you guys. God bless, and have a good one.